So after 50 years of meditation, I think I can give you some tips and tricks. One of the first tip is never start with a sitting meditation. Always start with a walking meditation. So if you want to start with meditation, I always explain my pupils, do not start with a sitting meditation. Always start with a walking meditation. If you're gonna sit, you just will fuck yourself in the brain. You will have so many thoughts and you think you need to stop them and you will feel utterly frustrated. Bring your attention for the first couple of times you meditate into the context of a walking meditation. So what does a walking meditation mean? That means that you're just gonna walk without the need of doing anything, just as your body walks. So let your body walk, and preferably you walk on with bare feet on the ground. Like here I have the privilege having this beautiful walking track in my backyard. You can of course walk on the beach, you can walk in the forest, but please do try to walk with bare feet. And then you bring your attention in this particular now, in this moment that you walk. And you just feel the body, how the body moves. And it starts with the feet, of course. Feeling the contact between the feet and the ground. Noticing how the foot reacts on the ground. Feels the ground, also feels little stones. And might hesitate if there's a little stone. There's so much sensitivity in the soles of the feet, but they're not trained anymore because we always have shoes on. This feedback from the feet to the entire body is extremely important, also as a stress reducing factor. We have to realize we are animals, we are kind of monkeys, and monkeys need contact with nature. We need the green around us, we need the contact with earth in order to be chill and relaxed. So a simple walking meditation has it all. It brings us back in this moment and it helps us to make contact with our nature of being a natural being. So you just walk. There is one important thing. You have to feel if you are walking upright. If you have kind of this stooped thing, then it is not so optimal. Of course, everybody has his thing. Some people have certain problems in the vertebrae. They cannot do upright walking, but please notice that if you can, do. So walking upright, feeling the feet on the ground, being present for the sounds around you, being present for the temperature of the air, be present for the sounds in the distance, like the dogs we hear over the hill, feel the wind on the skin, and any moment you feel yourself being lost in thoughts, that's all okay. It's not about losing yourself, it is about finding yourself back in a meditation. There is a huge misunderstanding in the world of meditation that people really feel guilty because they wander off in thoughts. Wandering off in thoughts is a natural thing happening because we have a certain part in the brain, the default mode network. It just creates thoughts just as your liver creates the products with which your gallbladder helps to digest your food. It is a natural process, so don't think you are failing in meditation if thoughts happen. The essence is to find yourself back in the thoughts and let them go, as if they are from someone else. Just by bringing back your attention to the here and now, and this exercise, this simple meditation of walking helps a lot because literally you can ground yourself as soon as you find yourself scattered all over the place in the thoughts produced by the default mode network. Don't get frustrated. If you start meditation by sitting directly, people will not tell you these things. You think you're really a failure, because it's not possible to even 3 seconds be without thoughts. While you walk and you bring your attention to your feet, you will notice that there is a whole period of 5 seconds or perhaps even 10 that you're so open for the sensations of the body that you will not have any thoughts. Of course, the network starts generating thoughts, especially if you do it a little bit longer. There is a system which tells, oh, this is really boring. Don't put any attention on that system, just let it happen, let it be. Only one thing is important: finding yourself back in the distractions, finding yourself back in the thoughts. This is the big mystery of meditation, especially because meditation is in essence a state of mind. You can have 24 hours a day. Finding yourself back in action, finding yourself back in identification, finding yourself back in emotions. It's the finding yourself back which is the anchor of a different form of being, where you start to be much more complete as the person you are. So just look around for a nice place to walk. And then a practical tip: if you start walking, you don't need to do anything, the body does it. You don't need to correct anything apart from doing upright. You don't need to correct any movement. Let the body move as it wants to move. You can, after you started walking and just observing, you can intensify the breath a bit, because this is an issue we really struggle with, and which is really one of the sources of chronic stress, is that we don't breathe in a correct way. So after walking for a couple of minutes, you can add attention to the breath. Just first look how I breathe. Then you will find that it's perhaps shallow and not so deep. And then, in order to revigorate the total body, you can breathe in a little bit deeper through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. So I walk up and down. That's also possible. If you have only 10 meters, it doesn't matter. You can of course walk endlessly in the forest. You can also walk like this, just up and down. Perhaps it's a bit silly because there's no goal, but basically there is no goal anyhow, apart from the goals you set yourself. So you can just walk and enjoy this simple movement. It's not a workout, a little bit, but not really. It's not about working out. It's about just centering your body and becoming totally fully present in the here and now, grateful for the feet we have and the earth we walk on. I hope.